How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Ulegwe?
Yes.
I can see your legs. I can see your legs. They look good.
Doni.
Dadani.
Catch you later.
All right, what do you have today?
Well, quite a number of interesting stories from factions continue to rise in the Labour Party. And I think it was ridiculous what happened yesterday at the convention in Inewi, Anambra State. But then I would have to say what netizens are saying, leaving my opinions out of it.
All right, I'll catch you on the other side.
All right, then. Everyone, good morning. This is Kakaaki Social Amrena Obozeghie. Now, the 17 soldiers killed in Delta State during a peacekeeping mission have been buried in Abuja. They were posthumously awarded national honors by the President, Bola Tinubu, who was in attendance. The government promised to care for their widows and for their children's education. They would be taken care of from where they are now until university level, even the ones in the womb.
All being awarded now a posthumous national honor. Those who committed this heinous crime will not go unpunished. It is now our duty to protect the families of our departed heroes. The federal government will provide housing in any part of our country to each of the families, approved scholarship to all children of the deceased up to university level. Including those who are in the womb.
Well, prior to that, the presidency threw shades at former President Muhammadu Buhari for not attending any burial ceremony held for soldiers who died in active service while he was in office, both terms, confirming Tinubu's attendance at the burial of the 17 slain soldiers in Delta State. In a post on X, President Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, wrote, "This hasn't happened in 10 years. And netizens are like, oh, sheer achievement. Oh, but yeah. Let's see what Onanuga said in his post on X yesterday just before the burial. He says, "It is confirmed that President Bola Tinubu will be attending the national burial for the Nigerian military officers and soldiers killed on 14 March by some gunmen in Okwama community in Delta State. It is the first time in the last 10 years that a Nigerian president will attend such a solemn event in honor of our men of gallantry and valor. We told you then that official President Bola Tinubu cares. He is demonstrating it yet again." I mean, politics every day. Defi says, "So, attending burial is now massive economic win and unraveled insurgency combat. Hence, should score great point when counting Tinubu's success. I don't know who is CFR, whether it's us or them in presidency. We all should applaud you for doing the least expected to honor the fallen heroes." And then another thought says, "If a president could stop his schedule and attend this kind of solemn matter, let's give kudos to him, please." But then disagreeing also is Cyril, who says this government, having failed in all ramifications, is now seeking for every opportunity to gain public sympathy. Going by this your release, that's referring to Bayo Onanuga, last 10 years, are you implying that Buhari doesn't care?" APC versus APC. For read one, it says, "They locked Buhari inside Aso Rock and he refused to attend the burial of his own chief of army staff and other fallen soldiers. His handlers justified it like they justified every other chaotic decisions he made." And he says that guy really messed everything up. So Buhari has been on the lips of netizens since this happened yesterday, the release by Onanuga saying that, oh, my president so cares that he will be attending the burial of fallen heroes, unlike past president. Well, the Labour Party has reserved its 2027 presidential ticket for Peter Obi and that of Abia State governorship election for Alex Otti if he doesn't leave the party before re-election time. This was contained in a communique issued after the party's national convention that held in Nnewi, Anambra State. Well, by the way, both anointed candidates, that's Obi and Otti, were absent at the event. That convention, though, reproduced Julius Abure as the national chairman of the Labour Party. However, in a later memo, the Board of Trustees of the party disclosed that they are taking over leadership because Abure is off the equation with the expiration of his tenure and that they would announce a new date for an inclusive convention. Labour Party, Party of the People. Right, Julius Abure and his team of the party reassuring Nigerians that the party is for Mama, Pikin and Baba. Rearrange it how you can, please. Michael says, if Labour Party, perchance, become as big as PDP or APC, her impunity and in-house legal battle will be worse. Imagine reserving ticket for a particular candidate for a position 3 years ahead. No eternal democracy or pretense that there is even one. What a shame. Also in reaction to this, another user, Rita, says, Peter Obi will leave Labour Party and it will die a natural death. The party's newly appointed reps are all Abure's men. Obedient were too gentle with this man. Now he will lock out non-allies from the party. That party no longer has my full support and I hold Obi to be partly responsible for this. Okay, let's see Obi's reaction, whether he's going to accept the offer of no election 2027, you have the seat expressly, or he would not, but his reaction would tell. Then Peter Obi first son says, breaking, Abure re-elected himself in a secret convention in Nnewi, Anambra State. This is how the guy is going to kill this party because of his greed. Labour Party is among the top 3 political parties in Nigeria. How do you host a convention of such party in a hotel? Well, you don't waste money now. Based on who you are expecting, you now decide the space you will get. Akobi says, if Peter knows what is good for him, he should leave the party as soon as possible. Again, he hasn't reacted, so we would see what his thoughts are on this one. But we move to our final story for the day to say that the federal government says it's aware that it is embarrassing for our oil-producing country like Nigeria to be unable to feed its refineries. The Minister of State for Petroleum, Kakaaki, announced this in Abuja on Tuesday when he was giving a hint on the inability of Nigeria to get enough crude oil locally for the production of petroleum products without increase in price. Let's see what the minister said in part. It says the first target is to see how we can ramp up production and then we can meet our target in terms of increase in revenue, meet our obligation in the midstream and upstream. One of the challenges I am afraid of is if we finish fixing our refineries, we will be unable to get feedstock. It will be very embarrassing that we finish Port Harcourt, Kaduna, Warri, and Dangote and Boa, and we don't have feedstock. Well, this is a concern right there. Now that they are speaking up, being truthful early enough, maybe they will get help from people who can. Ajoba 101 says, if you say Kaduna, I will understand. Tell me why oil-producing states like Rivers and Delta won't have more than enough. Well, not for me to answer. Justice says, of course, with oil theft and illegal bunkering going on, criminal enterprise, different huge structures of criminality postulating daily with different rhetorics of shameful criminality. But more people, they speak English. Yeah? Akin says, have they sold out our crude oil upfront for loan repayment? Tinubu borrowed $3.3 billion from Afrexim Bank through NNPC and to pay back $12.5 billion through crude oil upfront payment terms. Are we not in a scamming situation? Can any growth be achieved like this? And then for Danladi Musa, it says they are indirectly telling us that prices of petroleum products may not drop even when these refineries start working, as they would have to import crude oil for the refineries at international price. Well, talking about international prices, we hear that the dollar is gaining strength so fast. It was said yesterday that Zone 4 trended, Sheraton Hotel trended, even though it has been renamed to Tinubu's owned hotel, Intercontinental Hotel. But then we still say that the BDC says they did not exchange any dollar for 1,000 naira. So the best we got yesterday was about 1,250-ish, something like that. So hopefully it will come down to maybe even 700 naira. I'm not dreaming, I'm awake, you know. That's how we call it a day today on Kakaaki Social. I'll see you again tomorrow. It's Friday, so Chidera will be here. Don't miss her. Our phone number is 0811-5436-670. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for welcoming me back to the show and present. Hilarious things going on the social media this morning, really. The Labour Party thing is really, really trending. Not just on the pages of newspapers, but also in the social media.
True.
And you can see the verdict of the people. It's really, really interesting to see how netizens are reacting to all of these things.
And they said they are shameful development from a party we thought would be for the people. But they insist they are for the people because of the NLC being for the people and all. I mean, you've elected yourself yesterday, or your team appointed you yesterday, elected, if I would put it that way, and then the Board of Trustees come out to say, oh, that's your business. As far as we are concerned, no leadership in the Labour Party right now, and the key positions that Abure removed from NLC that were occupied by NLC, the Board of Trustees said they are returning them to NLC, who owns the parties. So I think it will be a long day, even a long week, to see how all of this happened. And particularly, people are looking forward to Peter Obi's reaction, whose seat has been reserved 3 years to 2027. Is he going to accept it? Is he leaving the party? I know that he has the trust of the people still. His white hasn't been stained yet with all the development in the party. Is he going to remain there? Is the oil going to touch him very soon? I think all of those questions, we're looking forward to them. And I think it will be a good time to see how it all turns out.
We just have to wait and see because it's unfolding. And this is where I have to shoo you out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.